Happy holidays again, everyone. This is Christina Harris from the Mental Health Association of New York City. And last week we talked about some general anxiety tips or how to manage your own stress during the holidays. Today we're going to talk about supporting and helping your kids manage their anxiety, especially if they're prone to feeling anxious, worried, or concerned about change and transitions. So tip number one, be predictable and forecast changes. So winter break can be challenging for kids, for a lot of kids, but especially those who experience anxiety because it lacks that normal structure and routine that our young people are used to. So make some schedules, review the plan for the week at the beginning of the week, and the night before the next day, just go through what's going to happen. Say, we're going to get up in the morning, we're going to all have breakfast together, here's what's on the docket. If you're going to be traveling, certainly you want to predict what's going to happen and what that's going to look like, and that will depend developmentally on where your kids are as well. But making sure then if there are any changes to the plan that you let them know that far enough in advance so they can sort of self-regulate and figure out how they're going to handle that. Number two, give them choices. So giving your kids choices is going to help reduce their anxiety in the sense that they're going to be involved, their input will be valued, and also it doesn't feel like a direct mandate, right? So it could be things that are as simple as what clothing do they plan to wear, which security line should we get on in the airport, who's going to open gifts first in our family. So little things like that can make a huge difference. And again, it depends on the developmental stage of your young person, but choices just all around are sort of universal precautions for kids in helping them decrease their stress. Number three, build in buffer time. If you're a parent, you get this. When you're rushed, anxieties get high, we get triggered, our kids get triggered, and it actually ends up taking us a lot more time to get to the place we were planning on going than if we would have just built in an extra 30 minutes to make sure we could take our time and get through the routine in such a way that was calm and regulated. So it built in time for traffic, possible behavioral challenges. Maybe your kid doesn't want to wear what you had thought they'd want to wear. So you want to just be proactive in that. Number four, create a calming plan. So certainly you want to create a calming plan for yourself, but with your child, it's great to ask what helps when he or she feels anxious. Now you may already know this. You may have seen it in action with them, so you can help them create this calming plan. But if they're older and they've got some self-regulation skills, then ask them what works for them. And if they do get triggered throughout the holiday season or over winter break, if they're in a social gathering or you're with family, you may even want to come up with a signal phrase or a nonverbal signal that lets you know that they need to take a break. So they can share with you, you know what, I'm triggered, I'm feeling really anxious, I need to go and look at my iPad for a while, and they don't have to say all of those words, they can just give you a signal and you know. Number 5. Tip number 5. So role play and practice family interactions. For some kids, especially those with social anxieties and or autism spectrum disorders, family and social gatherings can create quite a bit of anxiety. So practice with them. Give them some questions that they can ask and some answers that they might be able to use to common questions. And let them tell you how it feels for them and what's going to make it feel better. If they need you to stand by their side when they're talking to certain family members or when they're at a social gathering, come up with a plan for what's going to work best. But role-playing that in advance is going to give them much more opportunity to have the practice and the skills, and it'll give you a better sense of what they need. And last but not least, tip number 6 is infuse humor and joy. So be silly if you need to. Dance around the house, wear some holiday socks, sing whatever songs you want to sing. Certainly not to put on a show for your kids, but if you want to create a sense of joy during the holiday season, there are a lot of little things you can do. Even providing them with small little surprise gifts or little cards or little notes that they're not expecting. This is a really great time during the holiday season to do that, and that can lessen some of their stress levels as well. So those are just 6 tips for helping your kids to manage their own stress. I hope that you are managing your stress well, and I wish you a very happy and healthy holiday season and a happy new year.